afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda, Hero of Reich, Defender of the Fatherland, of here to a 1 vs 1 unholy firma. Between Puco on the right-hand side here, fighting for the Soviet Union, taking on the role here of the 7th Mechanized Corps, tasked with clashing through the Germans under the command here of Jove, fighting for Deutschland, fürs Reich, and the 5th SS Panzerdivision Viking. We've got shot rifle, shot motor, and guard rifle here for Puco versus elite troops, mechanized assault, and mobile defense here for Jove. Grenadiers is standing up for him. Whereas for Puco, we've got conscripts, plenty bulletins. It's mostly infantry of the regular kind, except with a single Ostrom bulletin here for Jove. One that makes them a bit harder to hit.
Fresh conscripts have arrived.
Though in the case of the Ostrom, it makes them less easier to hit, I suppose, is the trick, sort of a more correct wording rather than harder to hit. Got pushed right near the fuel point at the same time. They got engineers pushing north, which is a very interesting sort of opening there from Puco. It seems like the infantry sort of focused on the south. No, actually not going for the fuel there. I wonder what he could be thinking then. It definitely is a bit of a particular opening there. Whereas we've got Jove, they're heading north, spreading a bit out. Grenadiere, und die Pioniere. Getting the munitions, actually rushing for the munitions first, setting up sandbags. So this is definitely a bit particular capping order there, I would say, from Puco, and certainly not one I would normally myself sort of, understanding of. And you're saying northwards here, might be he's just there to draw attention. We've got additional conscripts there, additional grenadier on the way there for Jove, und die Dritte Reich. Point there being secured, going for the fuel. Heading towards the centre, a bit of spread out himself as well, need to be careful there. Then again, Puco is more about securing territory at the moment. He's not gone into full Ura mode as of yet. And he's still playing a bit aggressive there with his capping in some regard. Interesting enough, fuel so far has not been the priority, which is certainly noteworthy. Point there being secured. Point here secured. Additional conscript on the way. Will Jove continue adding in grenadiers as well? Will he going for an MD42 or a mortar? First shots of the day fired. Grenadiers here versus the conscripts. Troops falling back. A bit of shooting up here north. Pioneers getting the combat engineers. Engineers being forced off. Fuel point there being secured. Grenadiers take up percent. Beginning a 4th grenadier spot there for Joe. More buildings being occupied there by Deutsches Grenadier. The engineers meanwhile being cut down here by the pioneers, intent on finishing off those communist bastards. That's quite team going. There we go. Very close up to his opponent's base. Also note, both players, by the way, are using this new decal added to the game, the Make War Not Love decal, which also has a bit of text instead of the usual text on the armor and vehicles. Which is, by the way, I believe free to those who just basically log in during the event. At least I got it pretty much just like that. There's also a few achievements, and if we can win this event, there'll be skins. And there'll also be, for those who did not get the previous commanders, this the Advanced Warfare and Close Air Support, they will be made available again for download in the next couple of days after the weekend. So a little heads up there for those curious about that. But beyond that, nothing really new, just skins and old commanders. Though not easily available commanders, mind you. Comes in getting the pioneers rushing ahead. Pioneers pushed off. You got more conscripts here actually, going pretty heavy in the country of Puco, adding in lots of infantry to fight the fascist devils. Sandbags going up here. Puco making good use of sandbags here and there. That's good to see. That is good though. Interesting enough, none here. Church versus Grenadiers behind a truck there. 2 able to shoot back here. Versus the Grenadiers are going to fire back with 4. And there we go. Looks like Puco realizes that's not really going to be a shootout. It's his advantage gets out of the church. We got more conscripts getting ready up north here. We could see a push there going from Jove. There we go. He's got an MG42 now. So actually cancelled the Grenadier. Went for the MG42. Looks like Puco, Jove can't quite decide where he's going. He's sort of thinking every time, more Grenadiers, but he's sort of like, maybe not. Instead now adding for a mortar, which is not necessarily a bad idea. We've got conscripts up there. We've got more Sandmax here. Puco's suddenly being third up, but there we go. Jove realising that's probably going to happen, or at least maybe spotted. Trying to flank up here, thus denying the usefulness of the sandbags, even though then he's setting up himself in, no cover, which, but still, good job. Good job. Certainly they won't be able to benefit from their cover either, so it's not going to matter that much. And they go like cover. MG42 marking things, trying to hit some of the conscript from rushing. Well, not so much rushing, still going to be able to crawl past. Things holding up. You got the grenade left up now for Jove. For Puco, we got no tech so far whatsoever. And the only upgrade, I believe, you got is the field infirmary. MG42 setting up to cover the fuel point. Looks like he might go straight down for the cutoff point instead, realising that's where the MG42 will be waiting there at the fuel point. Going for the building there, that's going to make movement harder for Joe around this area, though of course could also make him a prime target. Mortar setting up, that's going to get flanked right now. Oh dear. In that regard, if Puco plays his card correct, no, I've got grenades covering. Looks like they're being spotted here as well, so that's not going to happen. We got the Grenadiers, MG42 rushing back here as well. There we go, conscripts quickly evacuating the building as the first bombs whistle down through the roof.
The territory is out of contact.
Conscripts heading northwards. Tech out there down for Jove. We got demo charges here by the way for Puco. Interesting position. Usually, you know, he's trying to place a bit closer, he can sort of be more guaranteed line of sight than in the middle of the road, where he's definitely going to need them troops basically keeping an eye on it at all times. Trying to hunt down the country, which of course draws forces away from the front line, so not too bad there, though in the end it was quickly rushed off. Troops moving up here, guys remaining in the building. Overall, though, Puco is maintaining good pressure here versus Jove, though Jove is not exactly being overwhelmed directly either. He's not sort of constantly rocking back and forth, so it's more of a tenuous thing here. One wrong move for Puco could definitely give an advantage back here to Jove. Jove so far playing cautiously and wisely, it would seem. You got light mechanized company going up there. Still no tech up from Puco. The building here once more getting mortared here. Kind of this. Actually being well covered here. Remember, cover is directional, and right here they might not quite be fully covered there, but there we go. Cutters falling back once more. The mortar rounds being a bit too threatening as the roof continues to fall apart like tissue paper. And this is definitely novel-ish. I mean, we're actually seeing 2 scout cars here from Jove. That's the second time in some time, in a very long time otherwise, I've seen a player go for a lot of scout cars in, you know, short succession. Though hopefully it might go a bit differently than the previous time we saw that. Still 2 scout cars can of course provide him quite a bit of mobile firepower there. Versus Puco could hunt down his infantry, wipe out units if utilised properly, and certainly also cause quite a bit of harm there for a lot of vehicles. Support them company going up for Puco now. No doctrine yet for either side. Flamethrowers hitting with the conscripts, they're not quite successfully. Second 2-1 on the way. And certainly 2-1s and the other scout cars, which generally have been, you know, organised into patrols of 2 cars. Little fun fact there in terms of organisation. Not usually the sort of thing you usually hear talk about, but still, it happened. And even more interestingly, Puco is going for a mechanised armour company rush. Now that is really rare to see. In particular, since it's not Red Wings doing it. That's actually pretty interesting to see here what Puco is thinking with that. An early SS-76, an early Katyusha. I mean, he could go for an early S-35, but that wouldn't quite make no sense there. Country's holding up there. Scout Crack took a bit of damage to the troops and squads there behind heavy cover. Interesting enough, he's just trying to engage. He's not trying to flank up, which I would have figured, you know, would have been in more immediate direction there by Jove. Scout cutting down near the country's squad. Both of them match upgrade to 2-2s with the Kampfwagenkanone there, the 20mm auto cannon. Conscripts rushed off there. The 222 though was by the war as the war progressed actually being replaced by the 250 variant, well, armoured car essentially, since the 222 and 221 had a few problems once they got off-road, which rather limited the utility as, well, scouting vehicles, reconnaissance, so rather 250 half-tracks being converted towards that were being utilised by the German army as the war progressed. So, fun fact there, for example. Comes to they're getting plastered. And we're getting a Katyusha here for Puco and a field gun. Not necessarily a bad. I mean, H-6 could also work, would certainly help there. There's light vehicles, but otherwise, I mean, the Katyusha, considering how early into the game is, the Wehrmacht won't be having a lot of direct counters to Katyusha. Of course, the scout cars could be a threat, but already he seems to be sort of thinking ahead and mining down specific roads that could be used to sort of quickly harass the field guns, which prevent a direct rush at them. So that's actually pretty interesting now from Jove and Puco so far, but a Katyusha rush. Of course, if you can't use the Katyusha well, it's of course not going to matter, and certainly there are some people who... Demo charge! Almost got the score well, but he's got the scout car there. That was a demo charge that easily ended up paying itself off. Now the scout car hasn't done a lot of damage then, probably got a bit worried about driving on the roads now. Scheisse! Since when did the roads begin exploding? Since the Russians began putting demolitions on them, I guess. But mine's going down there. Katyusha moving up. And looks like here Puco's got the right away when it comes to these things, of course, as long as he doesn't mind charging in mind. Still, you generally want to get a bit close there so you get sort of a decent, you know, concentration on the shots there. Looks like that's what we're getting here. In this case, though, it looks like he's quick to retreat, and of course, in this case, of course, he needs to avoid, but not in this. For example, in a larger concentration of infantry there, for example, he could have done a lot more damage. So right there, the Katyusha has been a real nice effort, going to put a bit of pressure on Jove. I mean, a 10-minute Katyusha is definitely going to get something that's going to cause a bit of sweat to appear on any Wehrmacht player's brow. We got mobile defense rather here chosen by Jove in his fight against socialism. We note he's basically mining as many approaches here against sort of basically protect the Katyusha there from being rapidly rushed by a 2-2-2 and knocked out, because that could easily be a sort of fate that awaits it. So in that regard, Puco is thinking ahead pretty clearly in this situation, of course, realizing what needs to be done to pull off his strategy, and that's good to see. That is good to see. Reinforced, of course, minesweepers can cause a bit of problem, but even then, that's going to be slowing down any advance there, since the scout car will need to wait for the pioneers to sort out the mines. And turning the pioneers then could become an easy target there in the meanwhile. But there we go, rushing up. Scout car moving in. Field gun needs to set up. Need to pull back that scout car pretty rapidly if he's not careful. More troops moving up, actually clumping up. Katyusha's not ready to unleash its barrage of doom against the fascists. Minesweepers moving up there. And we got a barrage going on here from him. Time to catch those dastardly grenadiers. Just reinforcing. Katyusha moving up. Might try and get off a barrage here, close up. There we go. Grenadiers taking losses. Looks like some losses there for the Third infantry as well. Almost got the grenadiers. Scout coming in. Oh, another mine there. Maybe you forgot about the other highway. Scout car went down. Not a lot more kills for Katyusha, but still, man, it's something that might actually will cause Jove there to rush in blindly. You can call in Ostom right now, though he might decide not to do that. In fact, he could consider taking up and going for some irregular armor at the moment. He might try and wait for the Puma to hunt down the Katyusha with that. Though we've already seen here that Puco's determination is pretty good. And there you go, mining off another approach there. Got plenty of mines going up in the face here of the German infantry, causing Jove quite a few casualties there as he's advancing without the minesweepers. Rushing for the viewpoint, conscripts are responding pretty aggressively. And there you go, they're going to be retreating into another mine as well.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Conscripts reinforcing, and we got guards, rifle combined arms here. We've got guards, riflemen out here. DP's on the way for Puco. Constantly keeping up that harassment. Pack 40 covering here. Definitely not your usual kind of fight. You could also consider at least maybe upgrading a squad or two here with submachine guns to help versus Jove. Jove taking up, got no Panzer Grenadier. He could consider adding in a few of those. Maybe at least a light machine gun for those Grenadier. Oh, there we go. One unit is getting them.
We are losing a sector.
Beginning SU-76s will be worrying about armor and getting an SU-85, or will he try for another Katyusha? Another barrage. In this case, bit more of a blind fire. Actually pretty close to doing some serious harm there to Jove, and certainly makes Jove probably a bit more jumpy. Since overall Puco is not just blind firing, he's just firing blindly hoping to catch something. He's certainly got a good, and he's not afraid there to sort of risk it again, but getting close to us, getting more, better chance of actually causing some huge harm to his opponent. Though right around here might have been a better place to shoot it. There's a lot more troops that climbed up, plus the building could have collapsed, killing those grenadiers. No mines on the other hand from Jove so far, no telemines or S-mines. Guardsmen home in the church getting mortared and fired at there by the Pack 40. Second Katyusha almost done, so Puco is adding in a lot of rocket artillery there to basically pummel Jove. Northwise, we've got a bit of harassment there. Definitely a lot of fighting here. Definitely not your usual kind of match, which overall makes it more interesting. Guardsman suffering a loss there. PTRS 41 dropped. There we go. Second Katyusha ready. He could fire now. He could try and wait for the second Katyusha, so that way find an even bigger, devastating barrage in one go at his opponent. Guardsman pressing forward here. Northwards getting the pressure up, but getting caught here by the MG-42, quickly pinning down the entire... He actually ends up retreating, interestingly enough. Looks like he might have been a bit worried there, but we're also seeing a large retreat towards the base here, which could make for a very good artillery target there, in particular if Puco puts 2 and 2 together with all those units. There we go! He's bombarding the base! And everybody is so nicely packed together! Oh, good lord! Casualties there being inflicted en masse. MG crew cleared out. And so on. Pack crews, mortar crews, grenadiers just dying. Horrible stuff right there. Those mortars definitely got in a few good kills there versus Jove. Securing more points though. Jove, on the other hand, is getting in a Panzerkampfwagen fear to punish the Bolsheviks. Meanwhile, Puco's taking advantage of all the chaos he just caused to sort of grab a lot of territory from his opponent. He's also gained both viewpoints there for a brief period of time. Of course, now he might want to consider something a bit more mobile to help deal with the Panther 4. H-85 could be one idea, trying to play for the pair of H-76s to deal with it. Could also work. The high rate of fire and range should deal with it reasonably well, as long as they work in a pair. Sweeping out mines there for the glory of Deutschland. PP-641s, they're being handed out. Venerable submachine gun in the Soviet army, though it was later replaced with the PPS-43, since the PP-41s did have a few design flaws, and the Russian tactically wanted a submachine gun they could make even more of and mass produce even more of. Oh, attack from the north there. Good use of the mines, which they're leading away for the Panther 4, ensuring he doesn't get, you know, caught up with something. Going to flank those Katyushas. Puco ought to send some things up when he sees engineers clearing out his minefield there. Awesome, called in here to support Jove. A few Hilfswillige. No veterans, no lot of machine guns. There you go. We got an H-85 down the way. Pioneer stopped. Katyusha is trying to get away here. By the way, both ready to fire off another barrage there versus Jove. So many mines here. Puco really was not half-arsing those mine placements. H-85 is going to be some time there. Field gun needs to get back there to help deal with it. A bit slow there from Puco in reaction to the Panzerkampfwagen's invasion of his base.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
Got another Katyusha barrage there versus a base. This time not a lot of troops will be hit. Still, gets off a hit or two. Might get the Pioneers. Wiped. Medic bunker also collapsed. Base structure's not looking too good either. Meanwhile, Panther 4 getting blasted by the field gun. H-85. Medium tank destroyer finally right with the Panther 4 at this point escaping. Probably realizing at some point there's going to be some kind of nasty response. Still, those Katyushas are doing a bit of damage there. One veteran to one, the other not quite. More mines going down. Puco is not giving up in that department. Fresh Pioneers there for Jove on the way. And good use of the Ostrom secure territory and counterattack tactics to speed up the capture rate. Good job there, good job there, good use of the ability there by Jove. It is a bit of a neglected one, but again, note, it does allow you to see the point much, much faster. Which is definitely a good thing. Looks like we got issue first supporting a gas advance up north. From the south. Points being secured there. Pack 40 weighing up the Panther 4, covering things up there. Putting us up to the conscripts in the church. Who's attempting to. Situation a bit hazardous here for Puco. Basically 5 not responding to the threat of the Panther 4 in the centre. We got the Pack 40 to support it. Katyusha is moving ahead again. So soon prepare for another barrage. And there you go, church collapsing, killing every single conscript inside. That's ever going to hurt there. Though Puco still have plenty of conscript scrolls, so probably not as much as could otherwise have been done. We'll be flying straight into the base again in hopes of catching something. You've got several units again basically hanging about, which could make for a good target. Plus there's still the base buildings as well, which are beginning to slightly fall apart there under the severe barrage enacted here. And we got more troops retreating straight into it. Osttroben and the MG crew's mostly the one taking the punishment here. And the MG crew also being Osttroben, by the way. More damage there. Panzer IV suffering engine damage. Almost knocked out. H-35, they're not ready to spawn there. Oh, he was barraging here. He was actually barraging, sending only one up there and then striking here near the Panzer IV. Getting several pioneers killed there in the process. Not bad, not bad. Almost getting them wiped as well. We've got an H-76 now arriving for Puco and H-76. Light assault gun, field gun, that needs to get away. Conscripts covering. Up north, not much happening there. Guys been hanging about a bit. H-5 has done nothing. He could have done trying to rush it down now. Needs to move up a more central position. But centre's falling back here. Puco's not going to cover it. No Maxims or anything. And the minesweepers clearly deal with any mines. You've got Gunners and Ostrom are to cover there. An interesting fight here. Halfway to SG2. Almost SG1 with the other one as well. And the SG2 is almost done. Jove could consider adding in another Panzer IV, an Ostwind or the Stug. Or take up and aim straight for a Panther if he feels bolder than that, but there you go. SG-36 out on the field.
German forces are attempting to capture our territory.
Mines went off there. Jove's infantry is definitely taking a punishing this battle, and there we go, the SG-6 panning as well, barraging. Reinforcing. Katyusha's getting ready to blast away again. But Jove is advancing nonetheless, securing territory. There we go, collapse in the centre, Pack 40 a bit exposed there. Need to be careful he doesn't rush the Katyusha's too far ahead either, though, otherwise that could backfire on him. Still no sign of anything further there from Jove in terms of armour or tech. But like the mechanized company, having seen better days, that much is for sure.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Looks like we've got another barrage ready, Panzer IV charging into things. H-35 and H-6 could move up to cover here, and then they could sort of reveal the Pack 40 as well, having the Katyushas then bombard that, knocking it out. But now might be having a barrage here again, looks like straight into the base of Jove once more. Not getting as many kills this time around. Almost got the lag to make a nice company though, almost. That thing's about to collapse, but it is time for the mid-game analysis. Current situation for Jove and Puco is a bit, 50-50 split with a slight advantage victory point-wise, once being held at the map anyways, to Jove. He's also got a bit, well, not more armor, but certainly more infantry. He's got a decent position. And he's certainly got a bit more mobility, if you will. On the other hand, Puco is very much the one with all the firepower, all the submachine guns, rockets, artillery, and tank destroyers. The trick is for him sort of really wield it properly. He's also got some good kills in the Katyusha. He clearly knows how to utilize them, though in part he was a bit lucky there with all the units being bunched up there at one point. He should probably try and get that Pack 40. That's definitely going to be one of the larger hazards, his assault gun and his tank. So if that can be removed, he can much more easily deal with the Panzer IV, in particular if he can get some conscripts to disable the engine. So he should probably try to sort of aim towards dealing with the Pack 40s. Sort of immediately. Also a bit more aggression on the flanks could work out pretty well, I think, for Puco. Of course, another option could actually be going for a howitzer as well. and using that, for example, maybe dealing with any sort of anti-tank weapons and the like, sort of quickly putting them out of their misery. Another option is going for a tank of 10 command, adding in some armor of his own, so that way, sort of, for example, help keep the flanks a bit more clear. Having T-70s, for example, roam could work in his favour. Otherwise, a maximum of 2 might also prove to be a good idea for Jove. Things are, you know, he's constantly getting bombarded, he's suffering losses, but he's holding on, he's got a decent force there. The trick is how to sort of overcome all of this, and it's only going to be a bit tricky. It's going to require a bit of good armor maneuvering, which is also going to be tricky due to all the mines laid down. One option might in fact be basically taking up, going for a Panther and sort of try to use that sort of breakthrough. Pumas might also assist instead, using the line of sight and range to sort of quickly spot out some weaker targets, knock them out, then have the Panzer IV move in, maybe support the Panzer IV with something else as well. Keeping up the continued pressure on the flanks, sort of trying to hold them back here away from Puco, though, is going to be a continued good idea. I think that maybe there's also going to be a chance of sort of rushing up through here if you can sort of find a good path, sort of quickly get behind some of Puco's heavy equipment and knock it out. Panzer Grenadier could also be another considered option there, some Panzer VI. Then sneaking up that way, trying to sort of deal with all of these lighter vehicles there that Puco is currently in possession of. So there are a few options there for Joe as well, sort of how to handle this. But so far he's doing a pretty good job there. He just needs to keep up the pressure and get some more armor and sort of, you know, try not to just rush down the center straight into all thing that what Puco has. And Puco just needs to sort of play this carefully, cautiously, and just sort of slowly move forwards. Maybe get, well, he could also just get more Su-76s, for example, so sort of help deal with things in that regard as well. So anyways, back to the fighting. Already 4 kills there on the Su-76. Halfway to veterans in 1. Ostrom flanking in, but there we go. Nice shot there from the Su-26. Quickly seeing off Fedorov and Piotr. And there you go, Panther IV tagging in. Guardsman in serious trouble though, wiped out. Su-6 taking hits from the Pak 40 and the Panther IV. Oh, it's not going to get away in time. Su-5 firing, and there you go. Su-6 kaput. Wasn't quite paying attention there, not enough of a screen there either. Quickly rushed upon here by the Panther IV and the Pak 40. When you get that Pak 40 though, that's going to be a boom, but Katyusha so far do not let you sort of help with that. MD crew lost up north. That's definitely something you should consider grabbing and turning against Jove as soon as possible. And we got here a command tank, Befehlspanzer, to help lead survey through Deutschland. There you go, armor striking north. In that regard, he does lack sort of enough anti-tank assets to sort of also keep the flanks a bit more clear here from Joe's dangerous antics. But now the Su-6, Katyusha's moving up again. Oh dear, getting up close with some submachine guns. Not looking good there. And there we go, Grenadiers will run off. Fighting in the centre, Panther IV, command tank actually opening up, Su-5 could creep up, but still got the Pak 40 ready there. Katyusha though could be used to clear it out with a series of barrages, but no, he's going to fire straight into the base again, hoping to catch something. Likely Megas completely being repaired there, back from almost total annihilation. Only to then get hammered again. You might see, oh, Grenadiers wiped! And the Pioneers were wiped as well. And the Light Megas companies once more ready to fall apart. Same with the Kampfgruppe headquarters. Su-5 they engaged with the Panzer IV command tank. Down to 1/4 of its health. Su-5 getting veterans 1 also moving in. Might, oh, get the Katyusha here. No, did not get off a Panzerfaust there, allowing it to escape. Su-6 are setting up to cover the retreat, I think, with the barrage. On these times. Going to try and barrage this up close. I mean, that could work maybe, though it's going to be a bit risky. That's for the Pioneer support moving up the centre here. Ostrom catching the Katyusha. Veterans if you're on the Ostrom just begin barraging. Oh, a bit too late there by Puco, a bit too late. Also probably could have gotten them in one hit. The other Katyusha close to victory too, with, well, increased accuracy and a rate of fire. Panzer moving ahead, straight to the SU-5 here. Fielder needs to sit up. At the same time, though, needs to get away from focus sight, otherwise he's going to be easily dealt with. SU-6 firing, anti-tank grenades going off there. SU-6 getting flanked here with the Pak-40. SU-5 got knocked out here, but be careful with focus sight in close quarters engagement. That's where it's absolutely worked against you. Panther 4 got the SU-6 here, daring move there by the Panther 4. Puma moving ahead. Panther 4 about to get knocked out. Dangerous engagement, needs to get that Panther 4 out if possible. Lay down the smokescreen using the mortar. Now he's moving at the Panther 4 again, playing rather riskily here. Katyusha's in deep Scheisse. If the Puma could hit though, and they're not exactly small targets. Scheisse, why can't I hit? But there we go, Panther 4 finally went down. The Puma keeps on missing. My God. That is one lucky Katyusha. And that Puma's about to go out in flames. Well, looks like some Grenadiers are about to finish off that Katyusha. Puma down. There's only a command tank now left for Jove. Here's some pretty explosive action here. And there we go. And then what got the Katyusha was a guy named Heinz from Baden-Baden. More guards infantry arriving here for Puco. More pioneers here. Down to a single Katyusha now. That's done pretty good damage here, so not exactly bad. Trying to get that Pak-40. Looks like it will escape here. And we're seeing a flak panzer now from Jove. A flak panzer. Well, SU-6 supporting an infantry advance here from the conscripts. Plenty of Ostrom and a mortar crew in the way. There we go, Molotovs and submachine guns up close. This is not going to go for the Germans. Might actually see the mortar crew wiped out. Will change and then be seized by Puco and turn against Jove. Katyusha barrage going down. Straight on the base. Almost Veteran G2. Almost. And there we go. Will take less time to cool down and before firing again. Plus now be more accurate. That's definitely going to be a problem there for Jove. MB42 continues to cover the northern point here. And then getting killed, then recruit. Still gun that one northern point. Sandwich down. We got Flak Panzer supporting Grenadier assault down the southern strategic point. And conscripts there encountering much more than they'd initially anticipated and are quickly seen off. But Jove's infantry forces are quite light at the moment. He's rather going to have to depend on that Flak Panzer and the Befehlspanzer here to sort of have a decent chance versus Puco, I think. The base has certainly seen better days, though. The base has seen better days. Command tank Flak Panther striking up each their own ways. There we go, moving ahead up north here. Command tank on the move, getting plastered there with anti-tank rifle fire from the rear. And the SU-6 there opening up as well, needs to be careful though. Panther 4 popping smoke as the SN670 sets in. Ostrom finding away there. Guardsman firing back. Command tanks, main gun wreck. Blitzkrieging away. And rapidly escaping a horrible death there. That was rather close and rather lucky there for Jove in this case. SN6 there gaining Veterans 1 halfway to Veterans 2. Guardsman finding in the centre versus Ostrom here. Quick grenade might clear out the rest of the blighters. But Flak Panzer arrives to save the day. Got additional puny here there to help speed up the repairs. Good move there by Jove.
Do not let up. The enemy still has 300 points.
We got another series of counter-attack tactics there going in from Jove to help speed up securing territory, which is good. Again, good ability to use. Another barrage towards the base here. At this point, I can't help but feel that Puco might want to try and strike towards something else. Got the light to make a nice company, but now there we go. CoH2 was exposed, nothing covering it, and the result is a pretty swift destruction at the hands of Jove, rushing in his flak panzer, even as the field gun, well, fired away. And we got the ESO-6 in a bit of trouble. He could fire off a barrage at point blank, or just shoot away with the main gun just directly. Close it, and there we go, almost ready to almost. There we go, killing everybody inside with a few well-placed high explosive rounds. Look at that, Yuri. That's a gun. Flak punch on the room, and we've got another ESO-6 there for Puco. Very interesting, very interesting. Black Panther striking down there in the conscripts. Jove continuing to dominate the field. As Puco is having a harder time actually reacting to what Jove is doing. Not sure what he's doing there with the ESO-6. He could have fired from there instead. He tries to flank in. I think that might be a bit reckless. In particular since he risks cutting off its own retreat path. There you go, Vetchi 2 is just increased range or damage action on every shot, but still getting flanked here by the command tank, exposed in the rear. And there you go, easily dealt with. That was a rather poor tactical decision there by Puco. I have no idea why he did that. You should at the very least waited for the other ESO-6 to move in at the very least. He could sort of, you know, gone off a good amount of damage there. Instead he wasted an otherwise very veteran assault gun there on Jove. Not really good there. Conscious guards a bit of trouble there. The command tank flak punch joining in for a good few extra shots there. Buttoning down the Panzer IV, but ultimately not to much avail. ESO-6 number 2 moving in. Shoots, misses. There we go, shooting into the rear, but not enough. Well, he wasted the buttoning a bit too fast, otherwise he could maybe have gotten a bit better still. Got down to less than half health. Ostrom moving in, getting cut down there by guardsmen and conscripts. And Flak Panther there opening up on the ESO-6. Another one on the way for Puco, who's just basically getting a lot of them now, interestingly enough. Ostrom in a bit of trouble and wiped out. Jove has very few units left actually. Most of it is armor. Charging in the ESO-6, trying to deal with the enemy armor. Command tank gaining victory too. Assault gun almost knocked out though. We got a fresh pair of Ostrom moving in. MG-42 in a bit of trouble, getting mortared there by the stolen Granatenwerfer. We got the command tank on the prowl. ESO-6 trying to escape here. Field gun though covering up the path though. It's not a setup. It's not a setup. Careful there, Puco. There you go though. Sets up to find to the flank. Oh, pop smoke. Now nicely executed there by Jove. Troops reinforcing. Jove could consider getting a Panzer IV, some assault guns, or again taking up, maybe aiming for a Panther. If we were to go for a Panther, that would definitely cause Puco quite a few problems. Can't go straight into the MG-42 here. Looks like that was a fresh one, so he's got more than one now. And he's calling in more Ostrom. He's not really got any regular infantry left now. Should say something about this fight. Also barely any veterans. In fact, the most veteran units here are the tanks and Flak Panzer. And Puco keeps up the artillery, either through pilfered means or just whatever he's got on his own. Still Still, Puco is losing ground here. He's having a bit of a hard time there pushing forwards against Jove. And Jove is doing his best to sort of push forwards and use counter tactics every single time. Rapidly grab a lot of territory. No, it does not help you sort of rapidly decap that. You want breakthrough tactics and the breakthrough ability from the Overcommando West. Mortify there. Constantly bringing him before it's in a bit of trouble. Mortifying away. MD42 crew run off. MD42 in trouble. Another light mechanized coming up here. Clearly Joe wasn't giving up, getting several Pack 40s now to help deal with things here. Not bad, not bad. Will definitely make things a bit more tricky for those assault guns if Joe plays his cards correctly. If not, on the other hand, they're quickly going to get wasted.
The pack gun is ready for orders.
Flak Panther striking in from north here. That's pretty bold there by Jove. Pretty bold. Trying to spot any mines. Close though, but not quite. Rushes straight into his opponent's bait to get some hits on the enemy infantry. Pretty bold, pretty interesting. Got the issue-6 running up to try and intercept though on retreat here. Maybe we can catch it though. Shots fired. Either missed or failed to penetrate. And command tank not really doing much at the moment here. Not really doing much, just waiting for something to happen.
Territory increased. Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Again, counter-attack tactics. Good, good. I mean, it's rare to see someone use it. Now, Joe's just using it so thoroughly throughout this battle. He's been laying down some bunkers now to cover the north. Excellent stuff, excellent stuff. Issue-6 moving up, attacking him. We got barrage going on the MD42, though partly which they should rather wait for a Pack 40 to bombard. Building collapses there under the sheer weight of the barrage before they proceed to fall back.
I suppose you have orders.
And bunker waiting for someone to man a machine gun. Issue-6, they're getting blasted by the Pack 40. He's not realising. I think Puco is paying attention. He's about to lose one assault gun there. He's in fact ignoring two Pack 40s here. There you go, one Issue-6 down. Second Issue-6 down as well. Yeah. That's what you get when you ignore the packs. There you go, veteran 2 on the Flak Pants as well. Joe's got plenty of resources now. He should definitely consider a tech up, I think, or just getting some more armour. And he might not even have to get a Panther. Sturmpanzer could work just as well now versus Puco, I think. But there we go. Getting an Issue-5 there. Getting an Issue-5. Neat young tank destroyer. Assaulting the mortar crew here and getting rid of them. Point blank there with the high explosive rounds. No mercy. Damage engine of the command tank. Conscripts falling back. MG bunker coming the north. Shed collapsing, splintering as high explosive rounds tear through the wafer-thin walls. And we've got the Issue-5 moving in there. Victory points not look too good here for Puco at the moment.
The sector has been cut off.
Just charging in the Issue-5 here a bit heedlessly. Again forgetting all about the Pack 40s. I was actually marching up closer to engage the flak panzer. I mean, in that regard, he's only going to get out of range of the Pack 40s, but still he's taking quite a lot of damage and won't have much left there on the HD5. The flak panzer trying to flank, really caught here by the HD5. Pack 40 moving in. Constance moving in, he might lose that. The HD5, there we go, almost wrecked. Getting out of the arc of fire there, just barely. Can he get the HD5? No, we got smoke popping down there. Shot fire, missed. Field gun firing, almost got it, almost got it. Can he finish it off? Missed again. Command tank moving in. Jove barely holding on. Not really got a lot of infantry left. It's basically the armor that's doing most of the fighting for him now. Damage engine again. Pack 40 screwing forwards. Trying to blitz away with the damaged engine. Probably not good for the engine. And another MD-42 there is secured by Ostrom. And there you go, finally getting some armor. A regular Panzer IV again. They're moving up, trying to get that Panzer IV, I imagine. Except it's not set up, instead getting plastered with fire. And there we go. Almost wiped out already, and there you go. That happened. A bit too slow there to set up, a bit too slow. Cost him, cost him. Panzer IV command tank also to field gun. Another HD5 there on the way for Puco. Infantry there getting mauled in the center in the meanwhile. HD5 moving up with little health. There you go. Oh, missed the HD5. The HD5. Oh, not the HD. Flak Panzer rushing ahead. There you go. Panzer IV rolling ahead. HD5 in trouble, caught by the Pack 40. Flak Panzer hit a mine though. Disabled behind enemy lines. And there we go. HD5 wreckage. Might get the guards in retreat. Oh, barely escapes there. And there we go. Game over. Game over. A loss for the Soviet Union, a victory for Deutschland, for the Reich. A pretty interesting fight, a pretty unusual fight. You saw rush for Katyushas, OD6s, SU-85s. We saw double scout cars, and we saw a lot of other fun things in this fight. And there was certainly also more fight maneuvering, though Puco did his best, sort of limited by mining, which certainly also slowed down Jove in that regard. So pretty interesting stuff there. I think the problems in part, though, was Puco's sort of point, I think, got a bit lazy. He just kept bombarding the same point instead of trying to look for the best points to sort of bombard with two Katyushas. You could also think, you know, focus down on Pack 40s here and there, sort of try to wipe them out. In that regard, that cost a bit. Also, some mistakes of the SU-6s and SU-5s, ignoring the Pack 40s, cost him quite a bit as well. So there were a few problems, I feel like, from Puco, and he might also benefit from taking out Jove. Played nicely. He made some mistakes as well. Those scout cars, I think, could have handled it a bit better. I mean, certainly couldn't do much with the demo charge, but the other one he didn't quite get a lot out of either. And I certainly think he might have benefited in the longer run for getting more armor instead of just relying on the Panzer IV and the Flak Panzer. Puco have been a bit sharper on things that might not have gone quite out so well. He might have benefited them from going for a Panther or something else. But overall, good use here of counter-attack tactics. He also made full use of the doctrine there, so that's overall well played by him. So hopefully you enjoyed this match, hopefully you learned something from it. Hopefully it gave you some ideas for your own matches, some ideas there, some tricks and whatnots to use. If not, you know, send a replay apart, some feedback in the comments section. Of course it did, you know, share it with everyone and subscribe if you'd be so kind. So anyways, thank you all for watching and see you all tomorrow. This is Imperial Dating. Cheers and bye.